continue with our class Kosher Kitchen, and this session and all of them should be also dedicated to Refuah Shlema, our dear Rabbi Yaron Revenshlit. His name is Yaron Ben Doris. Also Yehudis Bas Noach, Ariela Ora Basana, Imim Rasirachal Bas Brindel, David Shlomo Ben Sandra. Also a quick release of our dear friend Moshe Shmuel Ben Nina. So I talked to him today. I've learned a little. So he appreciates everybody learning and praying for him, HaShem, and also for safety of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Israel and Iran. HaShem. All right. So today we continue with our class Kosher Kitchen, and we're in chapter 18, and our big topic is Tevilas Keilim, and we're subsection 3, C. So, one second. So in big section 2, topic was the Tevilah. No, not was, it's still Tevilah. A was where can Tevilah be done, so we covered that. The preparation for the vessel prior to Tevilah. And now number 3, the manner in which the vessel is immersed. Okay. And it says, the vessel must be immersed into the mikveh so that the water to reach all of its parts, within and without. In addition, the entire utensil must be submerged at one time without any part remaining above water. Okay. One may not immerse half of the utensil and then the other half. One performing the Tevilah should be mindful of the following. So before we go the following, let's go to this in introduction, right, and see how is it different from kosher utensils. Okay. So again, from the beginning, we're going to explain. The vessel must be immersed into the mikveh so that water reached all the parts. So all of the parts, of course, you don't want to drop into the mikveh. For example, where we go, the mikveh have to take one step, right? One step, and it's deep, very deep. It doesn't reach the ground. I think it reaches the ground. Yeah, it reaches the ground. So meaning if you're going to drop, so it's and there is a wall. It's I don't know, a foot and a half or something. So in order to get it from the bottom, I mean, technically you can, but you're going to get yourself very dirty. So meaning that you have to be prepared. So for example, if it's a pot or something, so you have to hold by the handle. You have to switch the hands under the water. When we were talking about koshering, right, kosher utensils, and we said in hot water, so you have big pot. So in that case, we said, yeah, you can go do part by part. You kosher one part, then you turn around and you do another. But especially you have huge frying pans, right? Right. So how can you immerse it one time? Well, usually not, right? But okay. But here in the mikveh, everything must be done in one shot. Okay. Right, and be prepared. So if you want to call a Tovel big pot in the water, it's going to be very heavy. So make sure if you're not so strong, so then ask somebody else to do it. You understand? Because a pot is heavy by itself. Then you have to bend, right? Bend over, and then it's full of water, right? So it's not so simple. And plus for women, it's not so serious to bend over too much. Okay, that's another thing, especially the public place. Okay, so let's do from the beginning. The vessel must be immersed into the mikveh so that the water to reach all of its parts. So that's clear. Within and without. So meaning, right, take time, wherever maybe 1 second is not enough, 2-3 seconds, so it would be under the water. Okay. So water reach everywhere. So especially if you have something deep, so you allow water to go in and to push out all the air completely. So there is no air bubble. Yeah, very important, especially when you have some jars or something. Right. Right. In addition, the entire utensil must be submerged at one time without any part remaining above the water. So very important. One may not immerse half of the vessel, half of the utensil, and then another half. Okay, no problem. One performing the Tevilah should be mindful of the following. So meaning if it's not deep enough, for example, you want to go to this spring of water. I mean, technically that does not have to be deep. So and if you told there like I don't know, like a frying pan or something, so you need only I don't know 7 inches, 10 inches, like 8 inches, and even 6 is enough of water, and it's good. But if you have right, so and you have flatware or something, that's good. But when you have a taller pot, it's not going to work. And this mikveh, so you have to find something deeper. Okay. So continue. The vessel must be immersed right side up, very important, up to that right side up, so it may fill entirely with water. Okay, a vessel immersed with its neck down will retain the air pocket and will not fill with water. It's known physical, right, from physics. Similarly, a kiddush cup should kiddush cup with a hollow leg should be rotated in the water to get rid of any air pockets. So we're going to discuss it as well. So let's go further, and then we're going to come back and review each one of them. BeEzrat HaShem. The bottle with a narrow neck should be kept underwater long enough to fill and enable to air to escape. Okay. The utensil should be open. Okay. One certainly cannot immerse a bottle with the lid on. Okay. All parts of the utensils that are exposed during the normal use must be exposed during Tevilah. Folding pocket knife should be opened during Tevilah. Okay. A knife with 2 blades should be immersed twice. A knife with 2 blades should be immersed twice. Each time with only 1 blade opening. Okay, no problem. Continue. A utensil must be completely immersed together with attached handle. Okay. Even if the handle is made of the plastic, as usually the case, right? Plastic or wood. In addition, the handle must be free of any chatzitza. A cover that is attached to the utensil must be immersed with the utensil in an open position. An unattached cover that requires Tevilah, for example, a pot cover, unattached. One second. There is one second. An unattached cover that requires Tevilah, for example, pot cover, may be immersed separately. I mean, it's a separate utensil. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, I thought it obvious. Okay. So next one, a utensil made of several detachable parts, for example, meat grinder or thermos bottle, should be preferably immersed while completely assembled. Even if some parts are wood or plastic. Alternatively, one may completely disassemble the utensil and immerse only those parts that made of material required Tevilah. Okay, so let's go over all of these tips, which is priceless, as we understand. Some of them are obvious, but maybe for some people they're not. Okay, so let's see from the beginning. The vessel must be immersed right side up. So meaning again, we care about the air pocket and not be left inside, right? right side up, so they fill entirely with water. So I mean, sometimes it takes time. So of course, as I said, like you have to understand, it would be heavy, and it would be like you're going to be in the bend down position. So like to lift the whole pot in order to spill water, it's not so simple. Okay, I mean, right. So continue. A vessel immersed with the neck down. I'm not sure why would somebody do that, but let's say neck down, will retain air pocket and will not fill with water. And same is not even bottle, but same is like iced tea glasses, like the total glasses. So same over wine glasses, exactly the same thing. Okay. Similarly, a kiddush cup with a hollow leg should be rotated in the water to rid of any air pocket. So even though you're not going to drink from the leg, so you have a kiddush cup, so you hold it between your fingers. Usually that's how people hold it, like leg is down. Some people prefer this style. Some people prefer the style without leg. So, but the one with the leg, so it's like inside leg, then the leg is empty. Otherwise, it would be too heavy. Like who needs that? Who needs to pay for this extra material if it's no use technically, right? So meaning if you're going to immerse like this, like upright, the cup. So inside of the leg, it's going to be air pocket. So they say you immerse it and then overturn. So make sure that even in the leg, even though it's not food never going to touch there when you send that, but that's requirement that the water reach everywhere. Okay. In one time. So one time, just for understand, one time is under the water. So meaning that you don't take off the water and then you're re-immersed. Okay, so that's very good, very useful tips. Okay, continue. A bottle with a narrow neck, right, should be kept underwater long enough to fill and enable the air to escape. So a person might say, like, why do you need the bottle? You need some bottle for some olive oil or something. There is a special container. Okay, no problem. So olive oil is edible, right? So yeah, so you can immerse. You can do other keep other liquids as well, right? In that bottle. Okay, so so meaning keep under the water as long as they need it for all air is to escape. So the narrow the neck, right? The one time is going to take for air to escape. Okay, so continue. The utensil should be open. I mean, I think it's obvious, but okay, open. One certainly cannot immerse the bottle with the lid on. Okay, I'm not sure why he's continuing mentioning the bottle, but we got the idea. So, for example, I would say maybe a bottle is a little strange example, but have these jars for preserves. So you want to do like your home preserves, like marinate vegetables, whatever you do, like all these delicious things. There's no problem. You buy bottles, you buy these jars, like you have to immerse them for sure. They're made of glass, and the lids, there is the whole system of the lids is separate. Of course, like you unscrew them. So when you buy them in a store, for example, right, and you buy the whole pack, 12, let's say 6, whatever it is, right? They come with the lids on, so you have to remove all of the lids before you immerse, and then you do lids separately, right? So because you need all of the air there, okay, all of the air out, okay. Continue. All parts of the utensil that exposed during the normal use must be exposed during Tevilah. So meaning. So some kind of attachments, for example, right? Sometimes attachment that to the parts of the food processor, right? That we need to immerse. A folding pocket knife should be opened during Tevilah. Okay. So of course we want the blade to be immersed. A knife with two blades should be immersed twice, each time with only one blade open. I'm not sure. I was thinking about. I'm not sure. We have a pocket knife. It's not maybe some sophisticated knife, but regular some knives you have one blade is from one side and one blade from another side. So there is no problem with that. But sometimes you have like a longer blade and smaller blade on the same side, but still they don't touch each other. So water can go between them. So I'm not sure why he said that, but for sure we can do that. Well, sometimes it's like in my mind, one can open completely, and one like half open, like a 90-degree angle. So for sure, water is going to go everywhere. Okay. So either case, but the main goal to keep in mind that water has to reach everywhere in all of the parts. Okay. All of the parts, right, from inside and outside. Continue. A utensil must be completely immersed together with the attached handle. So it's sometimes, as I said, you have this handle. This was a frying pan and a long handle. So it also must go. Right. Or there is some frying pan that with detached handles. Right. You can immerse as with attached, or you can immerse like a handle separately after that. I mean, it's covered with the same blessing, so you can immerse whatever you want. Okay. So it says even the handle is made of plastic or wood, right? But still, since it's a part of the same, it doesn't matter what it's made of, right? It would not need to kosher maybe because it did not contact this non kosher food, but still you have to immerse it in the mikveh. Okay. In addition, the handle must be free of any chatzitza. It does not say what chatzitza is going to be. I mean, it's like for sure you would need to pay to remove the all price tags, all the stickers. I'm not sure what chatzitza is going to be on the handle. I'm not sure. Okay. Maybe price tag like a hanging, like a handle, like by the rope or something. So in this case, yeah, just remove it. Okay. So continue. A cover that attached to the vessel must be immersed with the vessel in an open position. I guess some storage containers, right? That we said technically there is one opinion that you don't need to immerse the storage utensil, but another opinion, if it's going to be, if you're going to store their food, I don't know, like some seeds, for example, seeds like pumpkin seed that you use for a salad, right? For example, right? So they're edible. You can eat them raw, right? So if you put them in a storage container, let's say this glass with a lid, like tightly, so that's and of course you can remove like it's attached to like metal wiring. Okay, so no problem. So just open and immerse completely. You don't need to disassemble it, right? An unattached cover that requires Tevilas. So unattached cover, so meaning a regular cover. You have pot or frying pan, you have cover, so you have to Tovel, but you can do separately, right? Separately. Okay. So continue. A utensil made of several detachable parts, for example, meat grinder or a thermos bottle. So thermos bottle, I mean, some if you have like a this glass insert, yes, it's detachable. But today, I think many of them made of this stainless steel. So it's not detachable. Okay. So you immerse it as it is. So meat grinder, so it's a good example. I would take it apart, so to make sure that water would go everywhere. Right. Should preferably be immersed while completely assembled, even some parts of wood or plastic. Okay, no problem. So the whole meat grinder, he said immersed completely. Okay, no problem. So we can do that. So handle, you usually it's wooden handle, plastic handle. So that's what he means. Like anyway, everything must be immersed. Okay. Alternatively, one may completely disassemble the utensil and immerse only those parts that are made of material required Tevilas. Okay, no problem. Okay, no, I mean, I think it would be just easier to immerse everything, like as a complete utensil, or just take it apart. Right? It's not a big deal. Just unscrew a few parts, and you put the body and put all of these few parts, and you just immerse everything. So usually, like when you go to immerse, they have some basket or something like that you're going to do many utensils at the same time. Right? They have handles, so it's easier to manage. Okay. So continue with the next section, D. Let me quickly check time. I think we have time. Right, let's do this D. And our topic is going to be grasping the utensil in a proper manner. Okay. During the Tevilah, the utensil must be held so that the water able to reach beneath one's hands. Okay. This can be done if one of the following methods listed in order of preference. Okay. Preferred methods is to grab the vessel in one's hand and then transfer it to the other hand while the vessel is under the water. That's, as we said before, that's the best. Next one, again in order of preference, one may wet one's hands in a mikveh prior to grasping the vessel and immerse the vessel while holding it, right? Not too tightly with a wet hand. So I mean, for sure, they're talking about the first utensil. So after the first utensil, for sure your hands are going to be wet. But still, don't hold it too tight because why? Because the whole immersion is going to take a few seconds. So if you hold very tight, so maybe the water is not going to go between your fingers and utensil. That's the point. If one did not wet his hands before Tevilah, he should grab the vessel during the Tevilah as loosely as possible. So especially the light one, nothing's going to happen. So sometimes what I do when I do use this basket, I go like this in the water, so they float up a little, right? So all the water is going to go everywhere. Of course, it's not advisable if you have like a set of glasses to do that, but with other things that are not breakable, so you can do that. But with the glasses, so do it with a hand, like pass from one hand to another. And jars are also, there is no problem with the jars to do like that, even though they're from fireproof this glass, so nothing's going to happen to them. They're very strong. Okay. Continue. Another method to immerse the utensil is in a basket. Okay, as we said. The dishes should not be piled atop of one another. So even the cutlery, right? Of course, if you're going to do one by one, it's going to take you forever. But 1 second. But so it on the bottom, like I don't know how many sets you can do at one time. But it's still, you have to remember it's going to be very heavy, very heavy. You have to bend and dip this basket and then take out. So don't do too many pieces at one time, right? So again, the dishes should not be piled, or he said dishes, and one on top of the other in the basket. See that since that will prevent the water from reaching all the surfaces, right, as we understand. Last one, alternatively, one must immerse the vessel by the means of the string tied loosely to the vessel's handle. So that's what usually the people that did in the olden days were in a well. So they would get the water from the well. Well, as we said, is the best ever mikveh. So that's what they did. Right? Tie the string of water and dip it in the well. Right. So I mean, today we have a string that is very very heavy duty, but in the olden days it was not so strong. So sometimes if the string snaps, you lose the utensil. And sometimes you go in the mikveh and see on the bottom there is the forks, this and that, knives, all these things that people drop there. I mean, they realize or did not realize, and I just gave up, right? Because of course you can reach. I mean, I don't know if you can reach it, even like even with your bare hand. If you, I don't know, with a magnet maybe, you can get them. So let's go over this section D, and which I try to explain. So as you see, very, very practical. So section D, grasping the utensil in a proper manner. Again, our goal is to make sure that water going to reach everywhere. Okay, so if you tie it, you hold it very tight, it's not going to reach. During Tevilas, the utensil must be held so that the water is able to reach beneath one's hands. Okay, this can be done if one of the following methods are listed in the order of preference. So first one, as we said, it's the best one. The preferred method is to grasp the vessel in one's hands and then transfer to another hand while the vessel is under the water. So it takes exactly 1 second so that the water to reach everywhere. So you have hand like a pot, you immerse with two hands, and then you let one hand go, right, and then another hand, and that's it. So it's there is no problem, right? So the water is everywhere, it's everywhere. Okay. Right, or sometimes like bring a little up, right, and then let it go, so it's going to float, like go down very slow, and you can catch it. That's it. So that's another thing. Like you're in control. It's not like it's going anywhere. Okay. So next one, one may wet one's hands in a mikveh prior to the grasping of the vessel, right, and and immerse the vessel while holding it, not too tightly. So not too tightly, meaning that your hands is wet, and plus the extra water is going to go get there. Okay, so there is no problem. And same with this basket, right? So still a basket, there is a bottom of the basket. So also it would be proper to wet the basket before you put all of your stuff. Right, or you go like as I said, like this, so this utensil would float up. Like what would you need? Like a quarter inch, 1/8. That's it. So it's enough for water to go there. And you need 1 second, and it's going to go everywhere. Okay. Tightly, right? So, but if a person is afraid, so if they do it in the ocean or something, right? So you can wet your hands. Okay. If one did not wet the hands before Tevilah, he should grab the vessel during the Tevilah as loosely as possible. So meaning again, so as I said, just let it go. It's going to go down a little, and you can catch it. That's it. Okay. So don't hold it too tight. Okay. So it's going to float like under the water. Okay. Continue. Another method is to immerse the utensil in a basket. So as we said, I mean, it's going to be much faster, much more productive. For example, if you're going to go to the mikveh, where I go in the wrong time, it may take you 45 minutes in the line. So if some people take a long time, they now they remember that they forgot to take off the sticker, and they're blocking the way, and they cannot move, and everything is on the way. Then another person, that somebody trying only 2 utensils, and they won't cut the line in front of the line. All these things. So meaning the baskets is like very, very proper. I mean you can speed up the whole process. But even though it can speed up, we must sure that water is going to go everywhere. So not do not pile one inside of the other. Okay. The dishes should not be piled one on top of the other in a basket, since it will prevent the water from reaching all surfaces. That's our goal. Okay. That's clear. And alternatively, one may immerse the vessel by the means of the string tied loosely to the vessel's hand. So I guess maybe if you do it somewhere in the ocean, like in the middle of the winter, like from the beach or something, that's I understand. But still, we have to remember that even if you do it by the means of the string, now we have to, when you're going to get this utensil out, if there is like the hollow inside or something like it's going to be full of water. So now it's going to be very heavy. Just keep in mind. Okay. So I think we can stop here. So I can quickly check my notes. Right, we can stop here and continue with other topics. So let's take 5 minutes break and we'll continue.